Kate Pearson will deal with a painful goodbye or two of her own before This Is Us bids fans farewell at the end of season 6. Chrissy Metz has dished as many details as she could. Let's get into the details we know about this and other related news. First up, Chrissy teases what viewers can expect. NBC's hit family drama revealed that Kate and Toby are no longer married in a flash-forward scene in the season 5 finale. She is in fact saying hello to a budding romance with her grumpy music school colleague Philip, who she marries just a few years down the line. Will fans see how her relationship deteriorates with Toby? She also drops hints that health issues will play a huge role this season, and also teased that the key Kate-focused episode that she co-wrote, also stating that viewers will see two very important characters reach the end of their journey. With all of that taken into consideration, not once has Metz not promised fans that they will absolutely love this season. Tears, laughter, and everything in between when it comes to this beloved series. In various interviews, Metz has gone on record to say that she truly believes that they have managed to encompass the true essence of how real life works and managed to bring the Pearson stories to a beautiful conclusion. On the red carpet for the Elton John AIDS Foundation Oscar viewing party, she said that this season is next level. She claims that the episode written by Fogelman is probably one of the most beautiful episodes they have ever seen. She knows that fans will absolutely adore each episode without a shadow of a doubt. To see the show come to an end is bittersweet for her, and she says that this series has changed her life forever. What's the first thing that came to her mind when she thought about what viewers will see in the final season? Chrissy stated in an interview that fans are going to see a lot of closure, which is going to be interesting because when one door closes, another one opens. So where there's a lot of closure, there are also new beginnings. A lot of things will be tied up, be it beginnings or endings, maybe people's lives and relationships. She does think that, as a whole, it will be the most emotional season yet, and that is because fans will see so much take place, whether it's a relationship such as Kate and Toby's or with Rebecca. Also, there's already heightened emotion because it's the last season, so she definitely thinks it will be the most emotional, but also knows that there's going to be a lot of contentment too. What's one clue she dropped about the final season? With the health issues that are going to leave fans on the edge of their seats with characters' health issues, it means the family will be under a lot of pressure, and the decisions that have to be made, as well as the dynamic of the children in the family. We will see the end of the journey of two very important characters, and that's always just so difficult. So in her opinion, it is definitely going to be a lot. Metz continued on to say that it's going to wrap up really beautifully because of the way Dan, along with the writers, have orchestrated every single episode of every season. It is so beautifully done and bittersweet. She says that the taste of life is very, very bittersweet. What advice did she have for someone sitting down to watch it? Speaking with a very open heart, she said that she really does think that it's important to feel all the feelings. Moreover, she thinks that a lot of people don't watch the show because they're so afraid to feel everything that's going to come up because of the reputation of the show. But honestly, what is so special about the show is that fans can relate. It's very real. She continued to say that you can either wish you didn't say something or would have said something through these characters. If you can watch it with just the most vulnerable, open heart, you really are going to get so much from it while also growing from it. Was there anything she wanted to say for the fans, bracing them for the breakup this season? Chrissy wanted to make it abundantly clear that it's just one of those moments where people grow apart. Neither one is in right and neither one of them is in the wrong either. The mutual love and respect is still present, along with the life they created together, also the one that they want to share, and for their children even if they're not together anymore. She continued by saying that it's going to be really interesting to watch everybody figure out how the changes will take place, but then also what it means ultimately coming out on the other side of it. She says that in relationships, people want to point fingers and blame each other because it's hard to accept our own faults or our own issues. In her opinion, what's so cool about Kate and Toby is that neither one can really blame the other. Fans are going to get to see that unfold, which is going to be really fascinating to watch it unravel because nobody will be able to pick sides. Now, in other This Is Us related news. She spoke about Kate's trajectory. In a different way, as Metz hinted in interviews before, Kate was going to continue to show up for herself in the final season. She's finally prioritizing herself. We come to the understanding that everybody that's put in our lives has a significant impact. And of course, Toby has done that with Kate. And so she's a better person for knowing him and loving him. Moreover, she's also realizing that she's a mother, but she's still a woman who is her own person too. And that is where there will be a turning point when she finally chooses herself, which is something she's really never done. Kate has gone through everything that she has in her life in order to be able to create boundaries. And Metz thinks that is such a testament to how she walks into this next chapter of her life and how far she's come. What's the next chapter? There was a big bomb dropped in the finale about her winding up with Philip after the big split that everyone is already aware of. Metz detailed that it's too early to tell what will happen in the early episodes of the season. She's getting to know him and seeing things that she didn't remotely understand about Philip. The episode she co-wrote is where fans will really see the shift in Kate and Toby's relationship. How much will the long distance take its toll now that Toby has taken the job in San Francisco? Even though Toby's doing everything he can, Kate feels as if she's parenting by herself early on. And this is where it plays to the whole neither one is the right or wrong point. She's always mad that he isn't around because of his job, even though he's doing it to make sure that his family's taken care of, which then makes Toby feel bad because he's not there and he's missing out on these big milestones. Metz says that it's obviously really difficult anytime a spouse is outside of town for their job because long distance is by no means easy. She thinks that a lot of people will relate to that, especially coming off of the pandemic where people were desperate for employment. Kate will seem selfish because she has a job she loves and doesn't want to change and simply doesn't think she has to move. There will be a lot of very interesting conversations around this because this obviously plays a huge factor in the relationship. Next, Metz talks about co-writing. While speaking about co-writing, Metz detailed that Metz gushed by saying that she genuinely thinks that she's the one that probably understands Kate the most in a very intricate, emotional, deep way. And so the way they have formulated the whole episode was Kate's wanting to salvage the marriage because she knows there's some sort of disconnect. So in the episode, she goes off on a mission to save it, and fans will see how it will pan out in the end. Unfortunately, it's pretty obvious that it will not work out. Metz gushed that she has always wanted to write an episode before she directed one because there's so much that goes into not just an episode, but into each scene, into the props used, the costumes worn. She says she wanted to understand it from other perspectives before she went ahead to boss people around as a director, even though she knows directing is a collaborative art. And as much as she wants to direct, she just didn't feel ready to do so yet. She felt like with writing, not only could she understand everything as a whole to eventually direct, but she had a burning desire to write. That's all we have for today, folks, but we'll be back with more interesting videos. To stay informed about the entertainment industry, keep watching our videos. Do you have a particular vision for how the story should end? Tell us your thoughts and theories by sounding off in the comments. Don't forget to like and subscribe before leaving so you don't miss out on any new videos. Goodbye for now.